Are we up? I don't know. Again, every day I don't see any reaction. I don't see how to tell we're online. Good morning, good morning. Here we are. Okay, we're up and running, I think. Get things organized here. You'll marker some of these are dead and I should have thrown them away, and some are still active. What's good here? It's usable, I think. Pretty much finished. Might be usable. Let's see. Good morning, evening, afternoon. Okay. As you can see, we've got a color separation job on the desk today. This is the last of the yokai prints. It's kilo size work. You may have seen me carving it here a month or so ago. It's been just waiting, or it hasn't been waiting. The block has been over at Kawasaki-san's place, and she's been carving the final one of Jed's images, the one he calls Photobomb. So the key block is ready. Last night I took some impressions of it, like this, and these, as usual, they're on our patented thin Gampi paper on top of background. And my job over the next few minutes is twofold. One, it's to take my little notes about what color goes here and where, and draw on here. And then second is to paste them down on new pieces of wood. And to do so, I'll need an original. I think I prepared one. Just a second, please, while I get it ready. I should have got it ready before I started the stream, but just a moment. It's around here somewhere. What did I do with it? I don't know where it is. There it is. Just a minute, excuse me while I get this ready. It turns out they have to be on the same screen as the broadcast software before I'm able to show it. So, okay, let me get it ready here. This might be it. Nope. Here it is. Bingo. Okay, here we are. This is the original version of the one that you see here. So I'll be looking at Jed's master copy here now to figure out the colors. Okay, let's do this. First one is going to be the skin tone. And as usual with all of these woodblock prints of people, there's skin and there's hair. And there's no way we can draw a line between the two of them. Her hair is coming down over the front of her face. And so what we do is, because the skin tone is usually lighter than the hair, they can blend easily. We'll put the skin, let's just start it. We'll call the skin and we'll go under the hair. That is worn out. where does it come? That skin too, down under the chin. So skin will go under the hair. That way when we cut the edge of the hair block, we don't have to worry at all about any registration. If the skin and the hair were matching, we have to figure out which is A and which is B. And what about the eyes? Is that on this block or off? I'm going to have to keep reaching really close to the screen here. No, Jed's called for white eyes. So, okay, so there they are. Skin includes her hand, obviously. Again, for those of you who are new to this kind of thing, the actual color I'm using here, the yellow, doesn't have anything to do with this. I'm going to do all of these sheets with the same highlighter. We're not determining color at this point. We're just determining zones, areas that the carver is going to carve out. I think Dave's too busy this morning. What's? I don't know. Busy we are. Absolutely busy we are. It's October. Actually, today's schedule is not so bad. We've been running 3 or 4 parties every day. And today there's only one scheduled. I don't know why. Wednesday sometimes seems to be a bit of an off day. This print's going to be a really excellent example of overlaying stuff. If you can see the original down the bottom left-hand corner of the screen there, you can see that the skin tone up on the girl in the background and the skin tone of the person holding the camera in the foreground, they're different. So why am I coloring them all the same here? It's because they're going to be overlaid. This block will be first printed in really a skin tone. It's what you'll see on her face and her hand. There'll be a different block, one of the ones that's coming up. There's going to be sort of a light gray tinted block. Not quite sure what color it's going to be. And that will go on top of the front areas here. So this color is going to change. I think we'll also put this under the hair in the camera view. Have I forgotten anywhere? I think we're okay. So that's skin tone, hada in Japanese. This is the block for hada. We'll work out the kyosa later, it's irrelevant. We're just going to pick up some colors bit by bit. Okay, next. Let's work on the light purple. You can see her clothes and the clothes in the phone. There's 2 levels of purple. So the light one is going to, the lilac, it's going to go under the other one as well, of course. We'll always layer something like that. Is it behind her? That's dark. I should have made myself an enlargement here. Sorry, it's come up to the screen there. Should we zoom in a bit? Oops. That make more sense? Okay, thank you. What's underneath here too? And then the creature inside the camera's got the same view, obviously. Questions? Videos, thank you. Is the color of the phone also going to be printed on the skin tone areas? Yeah, like that's the point. That gray, well, whatever, you'll see in a few minutes. This is the light skin, this is the dark skin. The gray on the phone is going to go over the light skin, turning it into a darker skin. So yes, they're going to overlay. Single gradation or one each for the phone? No, separate backgrounds on the phone and behind her. What was I doing? I'm doing purple, lilac. This is the lilac, the light one. Where is it? Comes under here, I think. No, that's creature. Yeah, no, I screwed that up. That's creature. It comes where? Here. Okay, I better... The way we do corrections for the carver on this is we use just a contrasting color just to show her. Oops. That's not actually part of this. These are going to be carved by young Kawasaki Noriko-san, our carver living in Kobe. She's been doing all the subscription series now for a couple of years. She started with the portrait set, the Okami print, a few years ago. And she's done all the subscriptions since then. Wonderful, wonderful work for us. It's a great story too. She had quit the business. Gone, because there wasn't any stable work. And she had quit totally, sold her tools, just given up. And we brought her back. Is that inside or outside? What is that? Inside. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. This is the, lilac. Lilac, the light one. Alright, let's grab another one. There'll be a base tone for her hair. Okay, this isn't going to be different. You can see in the image there, her hair falls over her forehead. I've got to be able to get that information somewhere. There's a few of the key lines are there, but the hairlines also are all zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And I could either sit here and try and draw it, which is kind of clumsy, but what I can also do is I can paste it on from Photoshop. This is Jed's Photoshop data for her hair. I separated it from his original image and printed it out last night, again, on the thin Gampi paper. So what I'm going to do is, rather than try and draw that hair, I'm just going to paste it in place. And I think I don't trust those eyes to be in the right place, so gotta fix that too soon. So there's your hair block, combination of the transfer sheet and Jed's Photoshop data. It looks like you're making both purple colors. That first one was the first purple color. The second purple color is going to be an overlay. It's coming up. Just wait a few minutes. This is the hair block, darker hair, for both versions of the person. Okay, that's 3. We'll go over. I'll show you all these again in a minute once we're sorted out what we're doing. But let's do the next one. What am I doing? Pada is basically done. Lilac is done. Hair is done. Background. Okay, here we go. Background. This one now, this is a question of background. This is where we start to play compromise game. I know the way Jed has done it, the block count is really kind of high. We want to try and cut it down. What we're trying to do is 4 pieces of wood both sides. So we've got basically 8 faces. And one of them is already taken up with the key block. So I've got 7 faces left to play with for these colors. And Jed knows this. He's tried to stay within that limit, but this one pushes it by 2. If I want to recreate exactly what he's done, I would need, I think, 9 or perhaps 10 faces. So we're going to try and play some compromise games here, to add stuff up. I think that's running out as well. These things don't last 10 minutes. Gone. I think I got another one, just a sec. I do have another one. Let's see how long this one lasts. Okay, that's the background, the main background. We've also got the iPhone background. Now, there's a gradation on them. And they're also different tones. So, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to put the main background under both of them. The clear yellow background under both of them. Then tone down the iPhone background with that same gray. I think that'll work. The same gray that's going to be on the iPhone itself, I'll put into the iPhone background. The yellow will shine through, we'll see what we have. Then when we do the gradation on the background of the main area, you can see there's an orange gradation in the bottom. Bits of it will catch up into here. I think we can get away with this. Let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it. Jed's done them differently, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Let's try this. There's another thing we could add to this block, just for depth. We're going to do a tongue in red, and that's going to pick up orange and stuff. So let's put the tongue onto this block as well, basically just for fun. But also, so that when we come to printing that tongue is going to be a bit difficult, because it'll be all by itself. That's the only red on this block. So the printer's going to be printing a little tiny area like this, and it's difficult to get good, smooth, rich color on tiny areas. But if we've already printed the background like this, that area will be printed, the paper will be flat, it'll be ready to go. And let's do it. There will be another separate block like this for the tongue. That's all that's going to be on this block, because it doesn't match anything else in the print. It's red. We could try and underlay the purple or something. I think it'll just get a bit too much. Oh, there's more. It's around the teeth. Soka, I gotta get this. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay, what have we got so far? We have, oh, am I on camera? Whatever. We've got the backgrounds. We've got the skins. The mouth is there, whatever. This is the hair block, just hair by itself, dark brown. Doesn't overlay anything. This is the lilac. And now we start the overlays. We've got 2 overlay blocks. One is going to overlay this, it's the gray phone, which is going to be the gray phone. Which will include the edge of the phone. It's going to be the phone background. And it's going to be the skin on the close-up person. I think that's that. Let's do this. Is there commentary, questions, etc., 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 whatever? Should the eyes go on the tongue block as well? Yes, look at this eyes. I've got such a small thing. Yeah, good. Keep catching. Where is it? What is it? Center of the eyes? It's such a tiny one I've got here. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I might be working from the wrong master copy here. Jed sent me 1 or 2 or 3. Hang on a sec. There's another one. Look at this. It's different. Soka. Excuse me here. Fooling around. Sorry, just a minute. Let me change this. This is a newer version. There we are. Look at this. The phone has different highlights. What else is different? That's it, I guess. He's put a highlight on phone. Okay, we can catch that in a minute. No problem. Phone and hands. Yeah, this gray block. It's going to tint the iPhone gray. It's going to tint the hands. It's going to tint the iPhone screen. So thank you for catching the eyes. Thank you. Where am I? Back to this. I'm probably going to get in trouble. I'm trying to do too many things. I got in real trouble the other day, Okay, let's do this. This is the gray block. So first, let's just do this zone by zone. There's the fingers. The highlighters get pasted. They pick up bits of the paper. And in the old days, before there were such things as highlighters and whatever, this job will be done by, number one, this job will be done by the artist himself, the designer. And this will be done with actual ink. They used a vermilion ink. The guy get a brush, a normal sumi brush, make some ink, and then just paint it, literally. Paint it with sumi ink. Not sumi, with a vermilion kind of ink. And it's okay, that's what they had, that's what they used, because that's what they had. But it wasn't so great, because that was very liquidy. It was wet, of course. And too much, when you're doing wide areas with a wet stuff, of course the paper starts to crinkle and expand and fool around. It's very difficult to get registration perfect when you're working with a wet ink. So the advantage for me of this highlighter stuff is it can highlight richly and easily. The carver can see it clearly, but it doesn't expand the paper much. Alright, now we want the iPhone screen background area. Am I okay? Have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. We don't need this on any of the creature, the mouth. We don't need it on the clothes, or her clothes. We don't need it on her hair. Okay, there's one last block then. We did the overlay here. Now we did the skin. Let's look at these two side by side. So skin, light skin and dark skin. At this moment, just light skin. Then we overlaid it with the gray so that the skin on her and the skin on the front is different. The skin also underlays both hair zones, and they get picked up later on with something darker to make the hair different from the skin. Now we also talked about overlaying the lilac. We had the lilac, and that's now going to get overlaid with a darker tone, and that's also going to pick up something else. It's going to pick up the iPhone outlines. So we're now going to put something for the darker lilac, which will pick up the iPhone outlines, and it will also pick up, if you see inside her hair has two tones. And we're going to pick that up from Photoshop. Jed gave me in the original Photoshop. The one you're looking at on that screen is a Photoshop printout. So going back to Jed's layers, so this is just going to get pasted on. Instead of me trying to draw all that stuff, there's no way I can draw that. So we're going to paste it on. And the way this happens is kind of cute. This is a Gampi sheet, remember? Actually, watch what we're doing here because this is going to be important later. This is one of the layered on Gampi sheets. So this Gampi is what's going to get pasted down on the wood. I'll peel off the back sheet, the Gampi will stay down. But now on top of this Gampi, I'm going to put some more Gampi. This other part of the design. So that when we paste it down, this is going to catch the glue. That's not going to catch the glue. And this is the part that will stick. Really got to fix that. So to get what's happening here, part of this now is 2 layered, and the part that I've just laid on top gently is the part that will stick to the glue. So some of this is double layer Gampi, and that has to be taken care of. You'll see in a minute when we get to the block pasting section. Okay, now this also has to get the iPhone outline. Is this an iPhone or is it a generic phone? I don't know. I noticed yesterday after shutting off the stream and getting to work and coming back to read through the chat while I was having lunch, and over 200 people yesterday, it seems, were watching this stuff. Over 200 people are watching me do this. Like, you have nothing better to do? Okay, now what we need is the, what is this? It's the darker of the 2 purple tones. Where is this? It's this part here. And how far does that go? All the way. This triangle, right? Then all the clothing down here. And down here, don't forget this. And all the clothing at the bottom. And nothing else. Then inside the picture, the clothing in this section, and up to here. And on the right hand side of this. I think that's it. I think that's it for the Jed side. We've got the Kyosai side to do, but first let's sort this out. Let's zoom out a bit. And have a look at what we've done. Hey, it's Cameron, I guess. He's on an earlier shift schedule. Now, the normal employees for the shop come here at 9:30 or so to open up. Cameron wants to work on a different commuting schedule. He's not a shop employee, so it doesn't matter. So, can we see them all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
So far, so good. Seems like it won't be as bad as last week. It seems okay. So.
Good. So glad.
Okay, let's recap here then. Where's my little list? Okay, gang, get your eagle eyes on. Find my mistakes. They've already found one mistake for me this morning, so it's not. Oh, it's good. This is good news. Good news. I hear a question, so somebody may have found something. Okay, before I look at it, just a second. Let's recap what we're doing here. Skin block. Can you see them all? This is the skin block, which has the base tone for the skin and the hair for both versions of the person. Hair, hair, skin, skin, skin. That seems okay. We don't need in the eyes. Both the eyes are open. Yeah. Okay, next block is the gray block that goes over top of that. That's this one. This overlays part of that skin to give a deeper skin. Seems all correct. It provides the iPhone gray frame. and it will also deepen the background color inside the iPhone. Well, let's have a look at where that is. Here, that's this one. This is the background color inside the phone. The background color outside the phone. I think I've got, that's not background. This is, I think it's okay. And we've also put it under the mouth, which we may take off later, just for a bit of a double. Doesn't need to be under eyes. This is going to be a yellow, and then later a gradation printed from the bottom. Okay. There's the tongue, which somebody helped me a minute ago, reminded me to put the eyes in, no problem. This is the hair overlay block. We're here in the corner. Is that the right place? No, we have something wrong here. We have something wrong. Is this hair or is this fabric? Can you see?
I think fabric.
I'm going to have
They've got it on their screen bigger
yeah,
than I do.
I know.
So.
We don't have it. So just a second here. No, it's hair. Look.
Oh, which part?
It's hair behind her shoulder. Right? Look, it's brown.
Oh, yeah. Now I see which part I was looking at it upside down.
Okay. So that's hair. So that's got to go on 2 blocks. We have a mistake. This part here is a hair. And that means it's got to go on this one as well. And it shouldn't be on the fabric. So it's got to come off this one. Okay, there's a question, but just let me continue here, just to keep my own stream here. Then over the light lilac, there's a block that deepens that. That's this one, to give a darker lilac. We didn't have that corner, that's down here. And this also gives the border of the phone and the little whatever thing it is there. Then there's the background block. I think that's it. Okay, let me check that question. Under the ear there is hair. Yeah, you're talking about the one we just did. Yes, under the monster's ear, this should be hair. So I've taken that off the lilac block. I've put it on the monster block, or monster, whatever it is. So, questions. Where are we? Twitch questions 5. Oh, I see. A bunch of these questions are built up from last night. So, look at this. Questions left over from yesterday. I didn't catch them. There appears to be a spot under her wrist that is not dark purple. Looks to be part of the sleeve collar. A spot under her wrist that is not dark purple looks to be part of the sleeve collar. Yeah. I see. This is another catch. Good. What our friend is talking about is this. Yeah, good one. Good catch. This is happening every day. He's talking about there's a sleeve collar thing, whatever, and that's what this is. I've marked it as dark, and it shouldn't be dark there, so fair enough. Bonus points, sir, for you. Did you give me a real name in the... Yeah, he. Yeah, look at that. It's obvious now that you've said it. Thank you. This one comes off. Right. It's like software bugs. There is always one more. You stamp them, you stamp them, you kill them, you stamp them, you kill them, and there is always one more. Okay, I think we're good to go. Now for the kill size side. Where's my book? I can't reach my book. Hang on a second. I've got to skip off the bench here for a minute to get the original of the kill size side so we can start thinking about the colors on that. Excuse me just a moment. I can see it, but I can't reach it.